News, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Changes passed to a controversial law in Springfield, the updates being made before criminal justice reform takes effect.
Plus, a surge in flu cases, the problems it's causing at local hospitals.
Smiles all around today as Chicago police take kids on a fun shopping spree.
Great story. Plus, the Prince and the Princess of Wales visiting several sites, but their push to promote climate change strategies is being overshadowed by accusations of racism at Buckingham Palace.
And new information tonight about the 5 people found dead inside this suburban home. Today, we learned the names of the 3 adults and the 2 children found inside that home.
We are also learning more about past legal issues involving some of the family members. John Garcia reporting from near that home in Buffalo Grove with reaction from the neighbors.
Buffalo Grove police say this was a domestic dispute, that no one else in the neighborhood should be concerned for their safety. Court records show that the couple who lived here were involved in a contentious divorce proceeding. In fact, earlier this summer, Vera Kislyak filed an order of protection against Andre Kislyak. An outpouring of grief, flowers, balloons, and prayers for the victims killed in this home. Many of those stopping by say it was common knowledge in the neighborhood the couple was going through a contentious divorce. One woman who wanted to remain anonymous says she witnessed the father abusing his children in a restaurant.
The girls told me that the dad hits the mom all the time, that they're going through a divorce, that they're all scared.
Police discovered the bodies of 5 people in the home yesterday. Today, the Lake County coroner identified them as 67-year-old Lilia Kislyak, 36-year-old Vera Kislyak, and her 6- and 4-year-old daughters Vivian and Amelia, and their father, 39-year-old Andre Kislyak. The coroner has completed autopsies on 4 of the victims.
It appears that the cause of death for those decedents are all sharp force injuries.
Police returned to the home this morning, collecting more evidence, including the Ring doorbell from the front of the house. Meantime, the community grieves, including the school where 6-year-old Vivian attended. The superintendent sent an email to parents saying administrators described Vivian as a happy, cheerful kid who enjoyed coming to school. She loved unicorns and dancing. Earlier this summer, records show Vera Kislyak got an order of protection against her estranged husband, Andre. The safety and well-being of the minor children are in jeopardy, and we must do all that we can to protect. But somehow, just 2 days before the killings, Vera and Andre apparently were working toward an agreement. In a court filing dated November 29th, the parties advised the court things were going well and their communication was improving, and they were moving towards the path of settlement. Neighbors say this is a tragedy that could have been prevented.
There's some basic failure in the system that didn't prevent her or allow her to be protected and allow her to survive with her kids.
According to court records, this house was in foreclosure proceedings, but according to that November 29th court filing, the Kislyaks had agreed to sell the home and split the proceeds. In Buffalo Grove, John Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
John, thank you for that. We want to also update breaking news out of Springfield tonight, where the Illinois House has just voted to pass a revised version of the controversial Safety Act. Now, the bill also passed the state Senate earlier today. The pretrial fairness portion of the law will go into effect on January 1st, eliminating cash bail. But because of concerns that some dangerous criminals could be released, Democrats amended the bill. They have expanded the list of detainable offenses and also outlined what prosecutors have to show a judge in order to get a defendant held pending trial.
There are substantive changes that are being made because of the harm putting the public at risk as a result of the Safety Act in the first place. So, Governor, why'd you sign the law in the first place and put the public at risk?
It's not perfect now, but we can continue to work toward the concerns of the public in every single policy area, including criminal law, and I think this bill largely does that.
The Safety Act now moves to Governor Pritzker's desk for his signature.
U.S. Senate voting today to avoid a rail strike. Senate passed a bill to bind rail companies and workers to the proposed settlement that was reached between rail companies and union leaders back in September.
Suppliers and businesses across the nation are going to begin shutting down operations soon if they think a strike is imminent.
I'm not going to vote to impose this on them against their will with the force of law.
The House passed the bill yesterday. It now goes to President Biden to be signed into law.
And updating breaking news tonight in the southwest suburbs, a car smashing into the front of a strip mall hair salon in Plainfield. We have gotten no reports of any injuries so far. Police are still investigating why the driver ended up crashing into the front of that business.
Man was critically injured in a shooting outside a shopping center in the Bronzeville neighborhood. Chicago police say the 20-year-old was walking near the Lake Meadow Shopping Center on South King Drive when someone fired shots from a black SUV. Police say a gun was recovered at the scene next to the victim. Motive not yet known. Today, Chicago police released their November crime stats, and according to the department, it was the 9th consecutive month of double-digit declines in gun violence. The citywide police say there's been a 15% decline in homicides compared to this time last year. And so far in 2022, carjackings are down 7.8%. During November, police recovered 806 guns.
It is a real hazard of winter heating months. The Chicago Fire Department says a faulty furnace sent one person to the hospital today. The carbon monoxide leak happened at a home on West 54th Place in Gage Park. Firefighters say that the CO levels were so high when they got there, this could have turned deadly. And hundreds of Chicagoans waking up today to find their cars had been towed overnight. 242 caught off guard by the city's winter parking ban, which takes effect each year, yes, on December 1st. Now, it cost a minimum of $150 to get these cars out of the pound. To make matters worse, there is a $60 ticket to pay and a $25 per person storage or per day storage fee.
It feels like, I'm living in a city that doesn't love me back, is really what it feels like. And that's unfortunate because I love this place, but I'm not really feeling the love today, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, ouch. We understand totally. The overnight ban remains in effect through April 1st on 107 miles of main streets throughout the city between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. And that is even if there is no snow. We have to always say that because some people think there's no snow out here, so why should I be concerned?
We talked about it last night.
I know. I wonder, though, how many last year versus this year?
Well, that's a good question.
Since we talk about it so much, do the numbers decrease every year or do they stay around about the same?
I suspect a lot of people don't watch us.
I think?
Well,
okay, all right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people get their news other ways, right? So
But
they're
then
maybe
it's
not watching us at night.
But we say it all day and it's on the website.
Right. I would love to see the numbers over the years, like through the pandemic and either way.
People, I saw one woman who came here from Houston for business.
Oh, I saw that too.
And she did not want to park in the hotel to save money. So
she parked.
So she parked on the street and got towed.
I feel like the hotel could tell its guests just.
Oh,
be aware,
that should
right?
totally be at like the reservation. Like, hey,
yeah, be aware.
They might not even be thinking about that when you're checking in. You checked in 4 days ago. You're not.
Just a quick.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, Michelle.
See,
Michelle's doing research. 192 tows last year.
More this year.
More this year? More people are back to work.
Okay,
yeah, that was last year.
Now the
down
pandemic
17,
is over.
Down
so,
17%.
Well, not over,
from the year before last year.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So it's been decreasing, and then it went up.
So it spiked this
year. And that's maybe because there's so many more cars are on the streets because we were at home. People were at home for 2 years in the pandemic.
That's a lot of money for the city.
Wow.
A lot of money.
Ouch. It hurts. I mean, you thought the cold was biting this morning.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, you wake up, it's the worst feeling.
You walk out there.
I've been there.
Trying to go to work.
And finding the pound down here on a lower Wacker Drive?
It's lower Wacker Drive. Like you are
the bowels of the city.
Yes, like the depths of Earth. Like yes,
it's really kind of a frightening place.
It truly. I go on lower Wacker all the time, and then lower Wacker is like I should not. Like Batman's gonna be over here somewhere.
Didn't even know it existed. A lot of people
lower
don't.
Lower Wacker. That's something made up between the two of you guys. Right?
No, it's there. There's like Wacker, lower Wacker, and then there's like lower
I mean, it
whacker.
really is like
It's
you go down
truly
even-
like
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
I'd never seen a sign that said lower whacker.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, I don't know if it's
Okay.
officially.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
Oh,
called.
okay, right.
But
Yeah.
I've been down there before, and I'm like, what am I
It's-
doing down here?
Right. Well, I'm glad you haven't been down there. So you haven't been towed.
Knock on wood, no, no,
It's the only reason you go down there.
Knock on my head. Yeah, come on, go ahead, knock on my head.
No,
you
no,
should? Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, weather forecast is cold again.
It is, yeah.
But the summer.
The sun was shining, which is a nice benefit. However, still pretty windy. 32 degrees out in Naperville now. It's 32 in Palatine, 33 in Oak Lawn, 34 in Joliet. And as we head through tonight, our temperatures will stay pretty steady, if not go up, as our winds have changed to the southwest. It's still going to be breezy. You see that little gusty wind icon through 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Gusts could be up to about 40 miles per hour for our Friday, but that puts us right around 50 degrees for an afternoon high temperature. This is short-lived. We will see another crater of the temperatures, gusts up to 45. It's that time of year where it just feels like every single day is super windy. That'll be the case here through the next couple of days as we get yet another batch of colder air in. So we'll track that along with some rain showers, not snow, but rain coming up in just a few minutes. Over to you, Rob.
Okay, see you in a few. Civil lawsuit filed against Massage Envy location in Geneva after a woman was allegedly sexually assaulted there. Christine Schertzinger says James Garrett assaulted her while he gave her a massage in December 2020. Garrett pleaded guilty to attempted criminal sexual assault, was sentenced to 2 years probation, and registered as a convicted sex offender. Now, Schertzinger is suing Massage Envy, the franchise owner and the former masseur, after learning Garrett had a felony theft conviction on his record when he was hired. Massage Envy says it cannot comment on pending litigation, but it's committed to promoting a safe environment. Garrett did not respond to our request for comment.
A Chicago man sentenced to nearly 8 years in prison for robbing an undercover officer during a gun deal. Investigators say 24-year-old Cortez Price arranged to sell a handgun with a switch device to the officer back in May. Now, during the meetup in the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood, Price took $1,900 in cash from the officer. Officers then followed him to a nearby residence and he was arrested. Investigators say Price had previously sold 3 firearms to this undercover officer.
Federal appeals court is halting an independent review of documents seized by the FBI from former President Trump's home. The decision by a 3-judge panel clears the way for federal prosecutors with the Department of Justice to use all the documents seized as part of their investigation.
And fighting the flu at Chicago Public Schools. Schools across the country are seeing an increase in absences because of the outbreak. Flu and COVID-19 shots were offered up today at Ravenswood Elementary. Now, this is the 4th time the school has hosted a vaccination clinic at the school. They had 77 people get vaccinated at a clinic back in November.
It's really nice that CPS and Ravenswood's offering this so that, busy parents don't have to run around to different places.
CPS officials are urging families to take advantage of flu and COVID vaccinations so children don't miss any time in the classroom.
Hospitals also seeing a big increase in flu cases. Patients are waiting hours in some emergency rooms. And as Christian Picos reports, doctors are once again urging people to get their flu shots.
The emergency room staff at Edward Hospital in Naperville is extra busy right now due to a holiday surge in flu cases.
Just this last week, we've had 4 times as many influenza cases than we did during our highest peak 3 years ago.
Dr. Jonathan Pinsky is the medical director of infection control at Edward Hospital. He says 20 patients are currently hospitalized with the flu.
We do have a number of patients admitted to the hospital with influenza. The majority of those are elderly or have underlying medical conditions.
Pinsky says the surge in flu cases this season is largely due to a lack of the virus over the past couple of years and the precautions taken to mitigate the spread of COVID. The CDC says Illinois is facing high rates of the flu right now.
If the symptoms are severe or if you have underlying medical problems or elderly, immune compromised, then you may need medical care.
She was put on life support. Her body completely shut down.
Shelly Allen's daughter, Maddie, was hospitalized with the flu for nearly 100 days in 2011.
I almost explain her cough now. Then I didn't recognize it as almost like a smoker's cough. Like she had a cough and then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Maddie was put on life support and doctors told Shelly her daughter had a 1% chance of survival. She says she never saw this coming.
It's just that, again, I was one of those people that didn't think a healthy 12-year-old would get so sick from the flu.
Maddie survived, but Shelley has now made it her mission to make sure others have the best chance of fighting the flu each year.
You really have to look at all vaccines, especially your annual flu vaccine, the same way. It's the best chance we have.
Dr. Pinsky says one of the best ways to protect yourself this flu season is, of course, to get the flu shot, to wear a mask, and to stay away from others if you're feeling ill. We're in Naperville. I'm Christian Picos, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Christian, thank you for that. Illinois has a new Supreme Court Justice. Joy Cunningham was sworn in today, and she replaces now retired former Chief Justice Ann Burke. Cunningham becomes the second African-American female to serve on the state's highest court. The first justice, Lisa Holder White, was appointed last summer.
I joined the court, the highest court in our state. You can count on me to be fair, even-handed in upholding the rule of law in service to the people of Illinois.
And on Monday, Illinois Supreme Court will officially become majority female for the first time in state history. Elizabeth Rockford and Mary Kay O'Brien will be sworn in.
That is awesome.
I know.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Making Chicago proud, a shopping spree to make sure dozens of kids have a Merry Christmas. Today marked the Chicago Police Department's 17th annual Shop with a Cop, and this year's event was finally back in person.
Yeah, we love this story. And as our Evelyn Holmes reports tonight, everyone loved to see all those big smiles on the faces of the children.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
This Santa wasn't the only one looking to spread a little holiday cheer. So were a special group of helpers during the 17th annual Izzy's Shop with a Cop Day. It happened at the Target on Clark Street.
I got like the same thing as him, but not like this.
Former Chicago Bears player Israel Adonijah is the driving force behind the effort. He got the idea a few years ago after a young boy he met during a school visit told him he hated police officers.
They're going to laugh together, they're going to problem solve together on their budget, and they're going to start building a relationship.
The kids paired up with at least one Chicago police officer to shop for presents.
These children don't always see us in happy situations, and they really invest in that personal relationship.
This year, more than 70 officers from districts across the city volunteered for the duty, many for the first time.
Do you like Spider-Man?
Like Officer Irma Calzada.
He's really great, she's really nice.
A lot of the children planned on getting gifts for their family and friends.
Now, each kid gets $100 to spend. The only conditions, though, that they make sure they get something for themselves and something educational.
That's what 10-year-old Malachi Wilson did.
I got my favorite book. I always get this when we go to the library at my school.
Because of partnerships with neighborhood programs, more than 100 students from families currently facing some challenging circumstances participated this year.
It's building connections, and then that will make the kids feel safer when they see officers.
Reason the gifts of trust and acceptance were shared too, as the day ended as it began, with lots of holiday spirit and new friendships.
Merry Christmas!
Reporting from Chicago's South Loop, Evelyn Holmes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Awesome. One of the best stories today. I really loved when the young man said that he no longer has to take the book out at the library because he bought his own book.
He was so excited.
Yeah, he's like, I take this out every time I go to the library. Now I can.
It's his.
Right, and that was part of the, you had to buy something educational. I like that part too.
Can I just say the kids' toys are amazing now? I mean, just there's so many fun things.
I mean, evolution and technology and
buttons and doing stuff.
I was thinking about the Pac-Man Jr. That's really popular this year. I don't know if kids are into that though anymore.
They're always into Pac-Man.
No, they are? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Evelyn. That was a great
good story. For
yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, a mom is making Chicago proud on this Thankful Thursday by paying it forward. Her efforts to support other mothers of newborns facing some tough times.
Plus the piece of space history.
He is
now
so
in Chicago.
excited.
We're getting warmed up.
Look at that.
19 minutes in the can on this Thursday.
Wow.
We still got 40
It's okay,
minutes.
Rob. We got this. This is
so
coming. Look at the celebration underway for you.
And confetti. They even had confetti.
SpaceX. Yeah, come on back to see this story.
Want to see your holiday decorations? The Great Chicago Light Fight is back, and we want you to send in videos of your lights. You can find out how to do that on our website, abc7chicago.com. Get your video in by Friday, December 9th, so a week from tomorrow.
Next Friday.
A week from tomorrow. Viewers will then vote for their favorite. The winner will be unveiled on our morning show on December 16th.
Like a week later.
I know.
So I know. I mean, like, it's 24 days.
Boom.
Yeah.
I saw your counter.
Right.
24 days. She's got I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on. We'll show it of your Christmas counter. Did Michelle knock it over yesterday?
No.
I heard.
No.
You did. So our offices are next to each other.
She knocked the kindness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the
She'll
counter.
usually stop by when sometimes I'm writing a story for 10, but I can hear she always stops by, talks to you, and all of a sudden I hear this like crashing down. And, oh, sorry. It's like, oh no. But it's up.
Yeah,
everything's okay.
It's all good.
And the counter's at 24 days.
Right, I know, and it's just going by so fast. It's like we're running out of time.
Till your 40th
Yes,
birthday.
Sunday is 3 weeks to Christmas, just in case you're
40.
behind. Right.
Yes.
40 again-ish.
No.
I mean,
she's birthday baby.
I
mean a birthday baby.
Okay.
Christmas birthday baby. I'm trying
You're getting
too hard.
excited about all these
decorations,
and every year I think I do a good job, and then we do the light fight. I'm like, that's probably an eighth of what.
Some people do it right.
Where do they find the time?
They got it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a family affair. Sometimes my next door neighbors have gone all out, and yesterday I saw they added a Santa mailbox, and they have a 3-year-old, and it is the cutest box because all the children in the neighborhood are putting their letters in.
Yes.
Aww. Yeah, it's the sweetest thing. I'm gonna put me a letter in there for Santa. Big girls need things too.
Yeah. Was it hard as a kid? Like, did you only get Christmas gifts, or did you get Christmas and birthday gifts?
My parents were very specific. I got both.
Both.
Yeah, and my father was born on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So I'm Christmas Day. He's Christmas Eve.
My
so
grandfather was born on Christmas Eve.
See, your grandfather's a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't. People ask me that question all the time, but my parents always. Well, 5 kids, so I got one birthday present.
Right. Spread it out.
That was it.
That's okay. We got to remember this, Greg. We get her Christmas gift and her birthday gift.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was confused for a while as a young person because they were opening gifts and it was my birthday.
Yeah, you're like, wait a second.
Understand?
Yeah, when you're
what
little.
are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
I got my 2 gifts. Right. What are you doing?
Until I learned, oh, it's Christmas for you guys.
Also holiday.
Yeah. Right.
I would have been demanding to open gifts on all of their birthdays too. It would have been like,
I do. Yeah, we do. Yes. I've got many stories to tell you, but we got to hear about this weather.
Okay.
Yes, things turning around for just a minute, then it turns colder again. So they turn around and then turn back around again, I guess. 50s will return tomorrow. Again, it's only momentary. We have a big turn to colder weather again by about Saturday. Our high temps are only going to be in the 30s. And blustery too. Winds tomorrow could get up around 45 miles per hour, specifically during the late evening and into early Saturday morning. And a winter-like feeling. Our normal high is 41. That's about where we're going to be, but it may feel a little bit chilly just given the yo-yo effect we had. And we've had a decent amount of pretty warm days that wrapped up the month of November. Of course, now we've made the turn to that colder weather again. 33 degrees rather, mostly cloudy skies out there now. Wind still ripping at about 17 miles per hour, between about 15 and 20 is where most of those winds are. Still occasionally getting a gust up to 30. So no, this is not even close to where it was yesterday at this time, but it is still definitely on the breezier side of things. I mean, even as I look out to State Street, which is pretty, I guess, shielded from the wind, you can see the plants out there moving around a little bit. So even kind of whipping around the buildings in the city, despite those areas being blocked. 22 degrees, the wind chill in O'Hare, it's 23 out at Midway. So our temperatures are about 5 or 6 to almost 10 degrees cooler than what's advertised. Advertised temperature, the actual ambient temperature is 30. So it's subtracting 8, for example, out at O'Hare. But that colder air, it's retreating off to the north because we've got a nice southerly breeze that's now building in. So this is that real cold core of air. It goes all the way over into the northeast. Again, with these southerly winds, which will be strong, we'll get all that colder air out of here for at least one day. Still going to be very windy. Probably going to feel pretty chilly early on our Friday morning. Friday afternoon, 35, 40 mile per hour gusts. Again, about 40 or 45 mile per hour winds are possible late Saturday night, Friday night and into early Saturday morning. Then about noontime on Saturday, still seeing 30 or 35 mile per hour winds, but the temperature will be about 50 degrees until a cold front comes through and knocks those temperatures right back down. So here's a look at tomorrow's forecast. We do hit the lower 50s, becoming mostly cloudy for us during the day. We're already seeing those clouds. There could be some hints of sun early, some drizzle possible a little bit later as a front swings through. And here's a look at those future cast temperatures, because there's a lot going on. We got wind shifts, we got temperature shifts. There's the lower 50s. That happens again late on Friday, probably after the normal time that you would expect a daytime high, and likely on to about 9, 10 o'clock in the evening. It'll be accompanied by some showers, some gusty winds. Then the front moves through. It'll stay kind of warm early Saturday morning, but then during the day on Saturday, temperatures will crater into about the mid to upper 20s and probably only recover to about the lower 30s. On Saturday afternoon. And some of us may even be lucky to get to 30 degrees. So it will be very windy. It'll be very chilly. Probably seeing a wind chill here in the teens to single digits just about all day long on Saturday. Sunday, we got a Bears game. Going to be a cold game. Not quite as cold as Saturday, but still 40 degrees as a daytime high is below normal. And then we kind of hover around normal for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with a mix of sun and clouds through those days. And temperatures, yet again, as we get to the second week of December, will fall back to about the freezing mark as a daytime high. As we're in it now, Cheryl. This is wintertime for sure.
Well, it is December, right? Isn't it something like meteorological winter started today or something? Yeah. One of those terms.
Yes, yeah.
It's December.
For record-keeping purposes.
Yeah, I know. You guys have so many rules, and then next week it's going to be like 4:20, the earliest day sunset ever or something, but then it's going to be longer.
Which then we stretch them out, which is nice. Finally, we round the corner a little bit.
See, I pay attention to Craig Dutra.
You do?
Yeah, thank you. All right, look at this wonderful story on Thankful Thursday, everybody. Making Chicago proud. A mom helping expectant mothers, Heather Jacobson, had a tough pregnancy, and today she returned to Christ Medical Center with blankets, snacks, and other items to deliver to moms staying with their babies. Jacobson was in her 27th week when she suffered complications and was rushed to Christ Hospital. She spent 5 weeks in the antepartum unit with her child. Both are doing great now. It's so sweet to see the babies. Yes. Hi, baby. Sweet baby.
That'd be nice to go back.
I know, right?
Emotional too.
Yeah.
Just be that I can be able
and
to
say
help.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, for helping her get to that. It's because having a baby is very tough anyway. But when you have complications, it's like so. She wanted to express gratitude.
She did.
All right, and it's the season for that for sure. Now we have a big congratulations to our very own Jose Sanders today. He was surprised, yes, by the Better Business Bureau, learning that he is the first recipient of the Bureau's Torch Awards Hall of Fame. First inductee. Those awards are earned by those performing exceptional business ethics and excellence. And I was there along with several of our ABC7 colleagues and family members, and we were all there to celebrate, salute, and love up on Jose. He was very emotional, unexpected, but well-deserved. Very powerful speech he made. So grateful that he was there.
Did he really not know?
He had no idea. And we came out, we were not seen. He didn't even know we were there.
Oh, no wonder he was emotional.
Right.
He sees all his close friends on the stage.
Yeah. I mean, and everybody, Teresa, who is a board member of the Better Business Bureau here for me. I mean, we were there strong.
Yeah.
Tracy and Roz, and we got up, and Deanna Palomar. We were sharing our love and appreciation to him and just encouraging his resilience. Yeah. And he was just emotional. And he hadn't done the event in person in 3 years because of COVID. So he saw a sea of people celebrating and saluting. There was a standing ovation for him.
As it should be.
Yeah, and his heart is full. So thank you, Better Business Bureau. Thank you, ABC7, for everybody.
He is the kindest soul I may have ever been around.
Yeah.
You just feel it. I love that guy.
It's
Jose,
it's contagious, right?
Congrats, my man. It is contagious. He is so special.
Yeah.
Oh.
And loved, and he needed to know that. So
By the way,
appreciate it.
surprise! He's
Right.
probably like,
He couldn't even
on.
talk for a while.
Right.
He couldn't gather his thoughts because he was overwhelmed with emotion and
Well
gratitude.
done, my friend. You deserved it.
Yeah. Yay, congrats.
Yeah, congrats to you. A piece of space history arrived today.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
At Chicago's Museum of Science and Industry. This is a SpaceX Dragon 1 cargo spacecraft. We're told this is a twice flight-proven spacecraft, meaning it went to space, delivering cargo to the International Space Station twice. President and CEO of the museum had this message for young people in the crowd for today's event.
As emerging leaders, you are witnessing the future of space travel at your museum. Space travel and exploration right here in your backyard.
Yes.
Wow.
The museum has always done incredible things.
Look at
the
that.
SpaceX Dragon will be housed in the Henry Crown Space Center, will go on public display next spring. I cannot wait for
Okay,
this.
you can't wait till next spring. So we got to figure out some kind of
I'll
way.
wait
I'm
like
surprised
everybody
you weren't
else.
out there,
Yeah, no,
welcoming committee.
I'm gonna get in line with the
You
rest
know.
of them and just marvel at you see the patina, like you see
The dents and
Yes.
the coloration and just
Space.
the history. You can ooh.
It's on so many levels because not only was SpaceX unique in getting to the International Space Station and then taking astronauts there, all automated. Mm-hmm. Those rockets are coming back now, and I mean, there's just so much history there. It's like the next step. Obviously, Artemis 1 is too, but like that's real, tangible history.
So that's a family outing already. Do you have your dates? Because you can go online and start
Right,
making appointments.
yeah, my boy John will go. Because we were down. I remember we were down in Florida and went to see the space shuttle that's down there, retired on the Space Coast.
Wow.
And that was I got like emotional. I mean,
Okay.
they do this
Wow.
presentation and then it opens up and you see the space shuttle on display and you're just like, whoa.
And then this is right in your own backyard.
Right.
In Chicago.
Right, kids, you gotta go.
You know.
And I'm sure it'll be an awesome display. The Museum of Science and Industry crushes it.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
a little excited.
He's going to have to do a
Thanks for
special
giving me a little extra
report
time.
from
Yeah,
there.
we should go. We should go do a live shot
Maybe
there.
take the show there. I don't know. Stream team.
I'm in.
Okay. Well, President Biden hosting his first state dinner tonight. Just ahead, everybody, we're going to talk about the menu.
I want to pick your brain on this one.
Do you want to what?
Pick your brain on it.
Oh, you do?
I was expecting more.
Really?
But I don't know anything about food.
I
know
love all of the
nothing
pomp
about
and
food.
circumstance.
Or China. Plus the big changes you may start noticing when you're at the gas pump.
Gas prices are falling. The national average is $3.47 a gallon, according to AAA. That is the lowest we have seen since February. Now, here in Illinois, prices a little higher than in other states. AAA reporting that the average is $3.73 a gallon.
Gas prices are now back to where they were before Russia invaded Ukraine. They've dropped $1.50 from their peak this summer.
Well, Gas Buddy is predicting that prices will keep falling, potentially dipping below $3 a gallon by Christmas, and that'd be perfect timing.
It would be, yeah. French President Emmanuel Macron. Meeting with Nancy Pelosi tonight as part of his trip to the United States. Earlier today, he and President Biden spoke about the war in Ukraine. and promised to maintain a united front against Russia.
Well, tonight, President Biden is hosting the first state dinner of his presidency, honoring Macron. Well, Governor J.B. Pritzker is among the guests tonight.
I did not know that. There you go.
Wow, they look amazing. Yeah. Very nice. Now, on the menu, butter poached Maine lobster tails. Yummy, and a trio of American cheese.
Do you have a good French accent?
Sure. The main course will feature beef with shallot marmalade. That's shallot marmalade.
Okay, that doesn't look like a great piece of beef. I don't know.
It's pretty. It's about presentation.
Right?
It's all about presentation.
Right. Dessert is orange chiffon cake.
Yes.
With roasted pears.
Ooh.
And
that looks delicious.
How do I say that word? Creme fraiche. I don't know. I'm so bad.
Fraiche?
Fraiche. It's ice cream. It's ice
right.
cream.
Mm-hmm.
The black tie.
You never had fraiche growing up? Where you put the ice cream in the punch and you mix it.
Oh.
Like frappe, fraiche.
Never.
Okay, like a dreamsicle. It's like a dreamsicle.
Your flow, right?
Yeah.
I would go to Baskin Robbins and get gold medal ribbon, and if I could get it in the little basketball, or a baseball helmet, it was like the greatest thing ever. Remember that they put it in the helmet and you could.
And you could eat, yeah.
And keep the helmet.
Right.
I don't know why.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
No, we didn't have this fancy ice cream.
A frappe, yeah. I mean, that would be Thanksgiving. My grandmother would make it.
Oh,
orange sherbet with 7-Up, and you mix it.
That's good. That does.
I know it sounds really good, but we're going to talk about mixing other stuff.
Oh, is that
later.
in the show later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the black tie dinner party will be held in a heated pavilion on the South Lawn with about 300 guests. Rented china will be used because the White House china is not allowed outdoors.
Such fancy protocol.
Did not know that.
Yeah, see, we learn something every day on the Stream team.
I learn a lot.
Yeah.
From you, particularly. With anything fashionable.
You just said that.
Or proper or foreign. I can talk about space and cars.
Yes,
and sports.
right,
for
electric
days.
cars.
See,
we like sports
team.
a lot. I know, it's like one hand helps the other there. I'd love to go to a state dinner once. That is on my bucket list. It really is. So
maybe you could see royalty.
Yeah.
The Prince and Princess of Wales are continuing their trip here in the United States.
I think they're going to be meeting with the president later on. Their stops today, and this cute little interaction is so adorable with a boy who is dressed to impress.
Netflix releases the first look at the new series on William's brother, Prince Harry. Tonight we're hearing from the woman whose experience at Buckingham Palace has led to new accusations of racism in the royal household.
Ghazi Fulani runs a nonprofit, and she says that she was at the palace for an event. Lady Susan Hussey moved her hair to see her name tag and repeatedly asked Fulani what country she was from. Fulani is British.
But if you move my hair without permission, to me, that's abuse. When you verbally attack, because that to me is what it is, you are determined that the answer that I gave you is not one you want to hear. You do not recognize me as British. And until I acknowledge that I am not, you are not going to stop.
Lady Susan Hussey was a longtime lady-in-waiting to Queen Elizabeth II. This week, she resigned from her role at the palace.
Prince and Princess of Wales stopping by Boston Harbor today. Big focus of their trip, climate change. Today, the royals seeing how rising sea levels are impacting Boston shoreline. Royals also visit a lab that hosts climate pioneers looking for solutions. And as they left, met a child dressed like a royal guard who had flowers for the royals.
Oh.
It was crazy. I wasn't actually that nervous now that I think of it when I actually did it.
I love him.
Very honest.
Oh,
very
that was
honest.
so cool.
William and Kate also visited a nonprofit today that helps high-risk youth, aiming to reduce trauma and violence. A fun day for that kid.
I know, especially.
And as William and Kate visit Boston, we're getting an inside look at the lives of Harry and Meghan.
Well, Netflix releasing the trailer for a new docuseries about them today.
No one sees what's happening behind closed doors. I had to do everything I could to protect my family.
Wow, the images are powerful, and Netflix is calling the series unprecedented. It is supposed to follow their entire relationship. No air date has been announced so far. Netflix just saying that the series will be available soon. Several reports have stated it will air this month. And a lot of people are talking about the timing of the release of this trailer. Today, 5 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when his brother was in the United States as well.
Wow.
So people
thinking that?
Well, everything is strategic. You know, who knows? Why did they release the trailer today and they don't have a release date of when it's going to air?
It'd be interesting if they are going to do it this month, but you're just now, I would think you'd set a target date and say, here you go.
Well, but if the timing was strategic and purposeful based on because of the visit of the royal family, you just never know.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks fascinating, though.
A deep dive into their relationship. High school basketball season is here, and this weekend, top teams in the area playing in a huge tournament. It's right in our backyard. Stories next.
Okay. Wonderful.
Chicago Elite Classic Basketball Tournament kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah, high school basketball teams will face off at the Credit Union One Arena. Now, this was showcased, and it will honor basketball and community leaders. So joining us tonight here on the Stream Team Hour of Power tonight, we have the Whitney Young head coach Tyrone Slaughter and Butler's very own Prep own Zamaya Walter. Welcome to the show tonight. What an exciting time. This is a really phenomenal tournament happening here in the city. So tell us about this tournament and why the city's so excited about it, Coach.
Well, Sean, first of all, thank you guys so much for having us on and to have an opportunity to talk about the Chicago Elite Classic. This is year number 11 for us. And, you know, the Chicago Elite Classic is something that we started to showcase our young people here in the city. And this year, we are having a dedicated day of basketball for just our ladies in our city and showcasing women's basketball. This year, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're hosting a community event, a lounge where our fans can come in and get screening. They can talk about medical issues and vaccinations, and we're just so happy to have Blue Cross Blue Shield partner with us with Project Swish, delivering on much needed health and mental awareness here in our community. And basketball is great, and it's a #1 sport in our city and state. And so through basketball, we have an opportunity to connect so many different people and so many different fans of the game, and also to help people within our community.
You know, the ladies of Chicago know how to play some ball. Our Chicago Sky are pretty darn good. And Zamaya, so are you. Tell us about you and how you're looking forward to playing. I know you're really modest, but you are a baller.
Yes, thank you for having me on. Yes, super excited. I just wanted to say, last year was me and my team's first year in the Chicago Classic for their 10th year anniversary. So we're super excited to be back and show everybody what a different team we are. We won last year, so we're coming back to look for another win and showcase the new skills that me and my team have developed. So.
Yeah, she got next. That's what they're talking about, of course. Making history, Zamaya. Can you talk about how you're a trailblazer in this industry about image and likeness? Share some of that with us tonight.
So I've always been interested in like the journalism side of sports. So definitely hearing that we've never had anybody with the NIL deal for any sport in our state kind of definitely had me interested in the fact that I have been using the shooting gun for so long. I kind of reached out just seeing if they were interested in partnerships, and they were. So that was super exciting. And then when we ended up getting everything done with the IHSA, it was really nice. And then, making history is always big because everyone will end up remembering me like that. So my friends in school and stuff make jokes about it and stuff. But it's definitely a nice experience for sure.
They're not going to be making jokes when you're playing pro ball. That's for sure. Hey, why don't you tell, where are you going to school? Can you tell us yet?
I don't know yet.
I know.
Still talking.
Tennessee, Connecticut.
We shall see. Yes.
USC.
I know you're highly sought after. Coach, tell us about your squad this year.
Go Dolphins!
Well, we'll be returning 3 starters from a state runner-up championship team last year. We have some exciting young players that we are featuring this season. Also, we are presently 2-1. We lost a tough game the previous Monday to a very good Kenwood team that will be in the event this coming weekend. Within the tournament, and I think is really important, we have 7 of the top 10 teams in the city and 11 of the top 25 teams in the state that will be participating over the next couple of days at the UIC or the new Credit Union One Arena starting Friday night. Tickets are on sale at all participating schools. And we just look so forward to everybody coming out and enjoying the 11th year of the Chicago Elite Classic. And again, we had a dedicated day on Sunday for all ladies, and we are so very excited about that.
Wow. All right. I have to tell you, though, my goddaughter is the cheerleader captain for Whitney Young. Maya Lambert shouting out tonight, celebrating because, the cheerleaders help out, too. They got game as well. And I really love the fact that there's a mental health component at the tournament this year. So, Zamaya, this is your first TV appearance. Don't forget us, okay?
That's right.
We want the exclusive everything.
Zamaya Walton. You'll see her in the WNBA.
Remember that name.
Coach, go win the tournament. It's great to spend some time with you as well. You've helped a lot of young men over the years, and we appreciate you spending some time, both of you, tonight.
Men and women now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We appreciate you guys having us.
Yeah. Good luck.
Great job.
It's going to be fun.
I love frappe.
If you love high school basketball,
they can
go.
hoop.
It's USC. It's renamed, but it's UIC Pavilion. Fun place to see a game.
The arena right there on Racine,
right
UIC.
there. Check it out.
It's going to be, if you hear everything booming from the city coming from that direction, that's what's going on because they can hoop. Well, coming up next, we've been talking about mixing foods and flavors because we do that here. We got a new Pepsi campaign. It's getting some attention, and we want your feedback,
it's smart
too.
Marketing. It's in this show, and you won't believe what they want you to mix into your drink.
All right, plus The Wiz. This is my first Broadway show.
What? Oh.
It's getting a reboot, this and Dreamgirls. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know every scene in this play. Diana Ross, Michael Jackson. We'll be right back. Okay.
body. Pepsi and milk. Pilk.
It's a new campaign that'll make your stomach turn. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll like it.
know.
Pepsi encouraging people to pour milk in their Pepsi. They want people to post about their Pilkin cookies experiments on social media. Cash prizes will be announced on Christmas Day. The inspiration likely coming from the dirty soda trend on TikTok, where people mix things with soda pop.
Okay, I don't know about that one, but this recipe, though, dates back a bit. Pepsi and milk was, if you recall, the favorite drink of Penny Marshall's character on Laverne and Shirley.
I love that show.
But, like, you know how you have a coffee? You have coffee and you pour a lot of cream in it. So that's that caffeine. Remember, you know, Greg was talking about floats. This sounds like a float.
Right. It is
you
kind
know,
of a
Pepsi
root beer float.
and milk. Is it 2%? Is it skim milk? Is it 1%?
Half and half.
I
Half
mean,
and half.
yeah, I bet it tastes delicious
Eggnog.
with a lot of ice.
You're right. I
A
initially
lot of
poo-pooed
ice.
this, but I think
What
I'll
if you
try it.
add rum or something?
Oh, hell.
All right, we're going to try it tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know.
I'm going to bring Pepsi and milk in.
You okay? I'm game and lots of ice.
Are you with us tomorrow?
I am not. No Friday, so I got to turn it around for the morning show on Saturday.
Wait, Michelle, will you book
Do you want to
time
wait
in
till
the
Greg
show?
comes back?
Are you
and
here
do
next
it?
week?
I'll do it. I'll do it on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
next
wait.
week we'll do
yeah.
it.
Let's do it when Greg comes
you guys
back.
will try it.
Yeah, next Wednesday. Okay. No, we got to have a lot of ice.
Can I put rum in that one too?
Because that sounds
Do whatever
delicious.
you want. We
No,
just
we
gotta
can't
make it look
do
like
that.
milk. No.
You
Oh, you can't.
You can do it when you go home.
Okay.
Okay.
A new production of The Wiz is heading on a national tour next year before returning to Broadway.
Ease on down the road, but you carry nothing. The tour will launch in Baltimore where the stage show premiered 1974. 4 years later, the movie version starred Diana Ross. That came out. See? Ease on down the road. Ease on down the road. Okay, see, me and you, Michael Jackson and Diana Ross.
Yeah, Robin Cheryl. No.
The director of the new stage show says she is hoping that the production can become a, quote, touchstone for a new generation. At this time when this came out, it was really beyond its time.
That was MJ right there, right?
Yeah, he played the Scarecrow.
Right.
It was incredible, the scenery, the scenes, the costumes, the music.
Yes.
It was, look at that. This is 1978.
Perfect for a reboot.
Right, it's
stage.
time. And Diana Ross is still alive, so she could be, you know, Wicked Witch or a Queen Witch or
somehow.
I mean, they can make anything. You know, you've got to have the Witch, you've got to have Oz, you've got to have. I mean, it was the most fantastic. It won lots of. I think it was nominated for Oscars and Grammys.
Grammys, right?
All of that. Yeah. It was really good. Yeah, I still watch it when it comes on TV. Still
you
now.
remember a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, we did dance routines. Ease on down the road. Greg, you know this song. Yeah. I mean, Greg is a maestro of music.
Oh,
sometimes.
yes. Well, yeah, occasionally. I am totally on board for a reboot. I think that would be pretty cool.
Well, and on stage too.
Right.
I mean, so they could.
Who's gonna play Dorothy?
You
know, we got.
Yeah. I mean, this is your.
I mean,
clear as day.
Yeah, you could pull it off.
I might audition.
But I feel like that's like ripe for like a Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Right? That was not your audition.
Man.
You guys just call me up and I'll set everything up.
Okay, right. That's your good buddy.
One day you have to tell your audition story.
It's
down
too
at
long.
Disney. No,
It's
we'll
too
make time for it.
long.
But I know he's got to do weather.
Yeah.
Well, you were going to be one of the Musketeers, right?
Dancing at one of the theme parks.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
We'll tell it one of these.
All right. All right, Greg. Warm us
It's
up.
all heart.
with some-
She's all heart.
That is a good tease. Well, we're
here, so you know it didn't go.
Right,
But I worked for
pan
Disney
out.
30 years.
This is her backup.
Full circle.
Cast numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So 34 our temperature now. It's actually gone up a degree, and you can thank the southerly wind for that. South at 16 miles per hour, pushing our temperatures up, and they will either hold steady or slowly climb through the overnight tonight, as yes, it is still breezy, but look at that wind direction. It is a very beneficial one for us, but the winds are still moving. So it's taken 34 degrees, and it's making it feel like 24 at O'Hare, or 20 in St. Charles, or 22 out in Morris. So we're not without a little bit of chill in the air, but this big, cold swath of air that extends into the northeast northeast. That is now getting pushed back up to the north. So 40s will take over tomorrow morning, and we'll even see some 50s for tomorrow late during the day. You'd be surprised how late we hit our daytime high for our Friday. It'll be well after the sun sets, and we are going to see another day where winds are gusty, 35, 45 miles per hour. Totally possible for those winds Friday and into Saturday. Here you go. This is going to be like the windiest part early Saturday morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Wind may wake you up. It'll be so strong at 45 miles per hour, just as strong, if not stronger, than some of those gusts we saw just the other day. So for tomorrow, a little bit of a change up for us. We hit 53 momentarily before those temperatures do crater again. And we may even see a couple of scattered rain showers late in the day or early in the evening for our Friday as a cold front swings on in. And like I said, you'd be surprised at how late we hit that daytime high of 53. Look what time it says on Futurecast right before the front gets here at 10:33. So up they go. It'll be decent, but again, very windy, kind of noisy, a bit cloudy for our Friday and into our Saturday before the clouds clear on out for our Saturday afternoon and colder air takes over again. A forecast here that's kind of dominated by cooler than normal temperatures with highs by the middle of next week back into the mid-30s, and we'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, we'll see you at 10 over on ABC 7. Good night, y'all.